I love watching your silent mouth move on Discord. Pokemon trainer Mike.
The Babas would have heard it.
At its, hey, they certainly would have. They certainly would have.
Would have heard it, mate. The Babas would have heard. How the devil are you, Bradley?
You know what? As a good and wise man once said, I'm just happy to be here.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
And how are you on this fine evening? It's evening.
It is evening. It's a very cool evening, Bradley.
Oh,
and
cool.
Very similar to you, Bradley.
Yes.
A wise man once said.
He did.
I'm just happy to be here as well.
There was a 1 millisecond moment of hesitation to think about, do I say it? Do I go, And, you know, I'm glad.
I'm glad that you reined yourself in.
Yeah.
And you didn't commit to it.
Well, it's been a hot minute. It's been a minute.
Actually, it has been.
It actually has.
It literally has. I can't remember what was the last episode that we did, Bradley?
You see, it's not fair. That's not fair. We're on episode 26 now.
Are we?
No, we're on 25. No, we're on 26. I think.
Is that what you got saying here? Is that what you got saying?
I remember us talking about the halfway point, but that was on 24. I think. So I think we're 25, 26. I'm going to go with 26. But I think it's 25. 26.
What we're saying?
25.
Is that what you got saying? Your final answer?
Yeah. Yeah,
Are
final
you
answer.
locking in?
I'm locking in.
Bradley.
Yes.
It's episode 26.
Oh no! Oh, I should have went with my gut. It's Icy Cave. Oh,
he's only gone and done it.
101.
It's episode 26.
It's half a year's worth of podcasts. Half a year.
How mad is that? Can you remember what we did in episode 25, Bradley?
Why are you doing this?
I'm joking. I'm sorry.
No, you want to play that game?
Sorry, no, I don't. I'm sorry.
My guest. I can't wait to hear all about your previous gaming streams this week. I cannot wait. I want to hear details on how the gaming streams went.
I'm going to tell you it all.
I love the detail. I'm so excited
I've
to
got
hear
it all.
I'm great. That's great, and I can't wait for the next chapter of the Pokemon manga as well, which you've told me that you are more. That you've just got. So, there we go. Yeah, you take a little gulp, mate. All right. So, yeah, 26. Last episode
was our favorite 6 Pokemon.
It was. Oh, and right there.
Yep.
There.
So for those that are listening,
that's a Wingull right there. Look at it.
Bradley.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Where I was pointing will be where that Wingull is.
I love stuff like that. Like he does.
The little sprites. It'll be right there. And it's moving as well. We actually hired an animator. And it's moving across the screen.
Did you? Wow.
Oh,
insanity.
Wow. We spare no expense.
We don't.
For the PokéCast Brad and Mike.
Honestly, those that are listening, you're missing out on YouTube. You're seeing animated Wingulls flying
Animated Wingulls just flying around.
Unreal.
I mean, talking of paying the bills for such animators.
Segue.
That was
beautiful. That was
seamlessly seamless.
Couldn't have written it better myself, mate. You were saying.
Stop it. You're the sponsor.
Hello? I'm feeling a bit cheeky tonight.
You're a little cheeky. You're a little cheeky.
I'm feeling it tonight.
You're a cheeky. Hold on.
The sponsors are like, right, we're not doing this anymore.
You're a cheeky chest spin.
A cheeky chest pin.
Cheeky chest spin.
I'll take it, mate. Good segue that because we're nearly going to be in Kalos later this year, aren't we? So there you go, mate. Little plug there.
Yeah, I've got an iced coffee here, but I mean, I feel like I'm missing something, like an accompaniment of some description with my iced coffee.
Well, do you know what, Bradley? It's funny you should say things like that. Do you like...
Thing, not things. It's not plural, but yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm a cheeky chest spin too.
Oh, cheeky chest spin.
That's right.
That's gonna be a new thing. It's gonna be cheeky chest spin.
Yeah, there it is. We just add it. Oh, Bobby. I hope you're ready for.
Bobby's locked in, like you.
He's short souvenir, but there's going to be one in this episode. All right.
No, I've replayed that so many times, by the way, from that episode. It's so funny. It's just good. You're just like, that's for you, Bobby. Whatever you say it. That's still good. So, Bradley, you've got a little refreshment there.
I do.
And you're talking, saying that there's something that's missing that really should have accompanied that drink.
Yeah, like a cake, a doughy substance of some kind with a bit of sugar. You know, I feel like that would give me a pep in my step.
Well, Bradley,
it would cure the status condition I have currently, which is hunger.
And would it rejuvenate your stamina by, say, 10 points?
Yeah, that exactly. Elf, yeah.
How long are we doing this for, by the way? Should I just dive in now?
It's in the script.
It's in the script, isn't it? From the sponsor, right? Yeah.
Like I am literally right here. This is word for word. We're doing it.
Sorry, that's where it's all. I don't know why I'm acting surprised. That's all it's locked in.
This is also all part of the sponsorship, by the way. You thought I didn't do good sponsors, all right?
Then look no further than the Aloha Malasada shop.
Sorry,
you're looking over
really
there.
Sorry,
that was horrific.
Right? No, that was okay. Sorry, I literally just please. We don't redo things anymore, by the way, guys.
There's no editing. We haven't got time for editing. This is just raw footage.
All right, so sorry. So
listen,
I am famished.
You're famished. You need some sort of doughy substance. Bradley, look no further than Aloha's Malasada shop. Way! We love a Malasada.
Wow.
On the channel, don't we? We have them regularly. It's a regular treat that we have on the PokéCast.
We do. They send them over from the Aloha region, actually.
Freshly baked.
Directly to us. Freshly baked.
All shapes and sizes, flavors, toppings, you name it. And listen, Bradley.
Yeah, okay, right.
If you put your order online for the Aloha Malasada shop, you will get 50% off your first 6-pack of Malasadas. And you can pick any topping you want. Oh my goodness me!
If I do what?
You put the code in. Pokemon. Trying to say Pokemon Trainer Mike. The podcast with Brad and Mike. 50% off on your first 6-pack, and you pick what toppings you'd like on them. You're welcome.
Oh, but when we can't get a 6-pack in real life, we can always rely on getting a 6-pack of Malasadas. There we go.
You love to see it.
Hey, there you go. And you know what? Here's a quick little tidbit, guys. When was the last time that Pokemon Trainer Mike here used his name as the code and not the podcast with Brad and Mike? I'll give you 2 seconds if you can remember.
There's a trivia there.
It was the SSN. It was a very long time ago, actually.
How do you remember that? That's going to be Who Wants to Be a Pokémonaire?
Not anymore. Not anymore. I actually have like 10 questions.
Have you?
It's not. Yeah, I do. It was not Who Wants to Be a Pokémonaire. It's sort of a Poke. I haven't really called it correctly yet. It's
no, go on. Raw names are fine.
Poke Charade basically was what I was going with.
That sounds awesome.
And it was just some sort of like little mini games and things like that. And obviously you got Jeopardy and you got other little like. I've just got a few different, like 5 from different, like 3 or 4 different mini game things, like also like a Family Feud sort of style of things as well. It's like, you know, there's just a few little tidbits sort of thing that I've been like doing. So
I'm locked in.
Yeah,
I'm hyped. We're all here for it. Every listener is all here for it as well. We love it, mate. We love it.
And if I do stay up at my brother's for a little while, you guys might see another live PokéCast session. You guys might see another one.
Hello.
So you know, watch this space.
I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, when it gets to the 50th episode, why don't we do an actual live PokéCast? So we'll have our agenda. We do it live. But we'll do a Q&A session where the audience can ask questions towards the end and stuff. What do you think about that? And then we can record it and upload it as an episode. Yeah? I'm
locked in. I'm 100% there.
You're there?
By that point, I will be famous and we'll both be there. You know, we'll be in your new studio live. That's how it's going to be.
Stop it.
Oh, air conditioning is a must.
I can bring the big air conditioning unit in for that day. Don't you worry about that, mate. I'll lock in.
Good.
You heard it here, folks. Episode 50 of the PokéCast brand. Where would that take us? Would it be this year?
So that would be 24 weeks. Yeah, it would be this year.
Towards Christmas
time. We're on episode 26, right? So it'll be 24 weeks.
I'm trying to do quick maths in my head and it's failing. There you go, though.
Yeah, 26 weeks is half the year, and we're not halfway through the year yet. We're only 5 months in of the 12-month year. So 26 will probably be at beginning of November?
There you
end
go.
Of October?
There you are, everyone.
A Halloween special.
There you are. Episode 50 of the podcast with Brad and Mike will be a live podcast. It's going to be epic. Locked in. I'm locked in.
Wow, I love that we're just doing this, the future Brad and Mike. I love this. Absolutely love this. Yeah, that's right. Episode 50. We've decided, past Brad and past Mike, 24 episodes ago, we decided this. So good luck with, sorting, the travel accommodations, you two.
Oh, you don't have to be in person. That's fine. We can do this.
No,
streamed
if
online.
We're doing a live.
Are you coming?
Doing a live,
oh,
of course.
That's even better. I didn't want to give you the trouble. I was going to say we could do this live.
Yeah,
let's not knock
Swello.
Hold on, have I got a swallow card here?
I'm glad you locked that in for me to make me feel good. I love that it's been 12 minutes, by the way.
Listen, this is what the Babas.
I'm having a great time.
I'm
exactly.
Fully...
I see you, Mad Hatter. I see you right there, and you're looking dashingly suave today.
Don't knock.
Talking of dashing,
look at that Swallow.
Look at that.
He's in the newest set that came out a week or so ago from Destined Rivals. Wonderful set.
A week ago, huh?
Week or two ago, something like that.
Week or two ago, yeah. It was a little while ago now that you were at that
pre-release.
You were at that pre-release, weren't you? And you got second place.
I did. I came second place. I was 16.
I remember
people.
a week. It's been a week, a month. Sorry, excuse me. It's been a month.
It's been weeks. It was on
It's been weeks.
17th of May. It was ages ago.
And what's today's date?
Oh, it's like.
Go on.
It's like.
Just look at your computer. What's your date? Well, yeah, go on.
I mean, it could be anything.
Are you having troubles?
From, it could be. Yeah, no, realistically, it's probably this day today.
Those are just thesauruses. Are you just reading a thesaurus? Right.
I think it's the 5th of June.
The 5th of June. That looks exactly what I see. I knew that. I knew that. Look, hey, you want to play? You want to play with the bull? You get the horns.
Listen,
buddy.
we're now aligned. That's it. We are.
Like the sun and the moon truly eclipsed.
Oh, mate. That was... chef's
kiss.
Beautiful.
So...
I'm having a great time, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
I'm
thoroughly enjoying myself. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself.
We're both very much at the end of the day, but we're both cheeky chespins, and we're just having a good time. Look, guys, if you think there's going to be more structure than this, I'm really sorry, but you are sorely mistaken. We're just going to have a good time, have a bit of a natter, get a cup of tea. All right, pause the video, get yourself a cup of tea,
and then come back.
A little masalada.
Get a little malasada. All right.
Come back. Have some fun with us.
We are going to talk about Pokemon. Don't worry, we've got Pokemon.
We are gonna. Yeah, we got the
Team
Rocket TCG. We got the shop stream thing.
Stream thing.
It's all mixed up on my screen.
I've got
the Newcastle Card Show.
I've got you.
Which is just around the corner.
It is weeks away.
A couple of days.
Weeks away.
Weeks away now. And of course, we're going to be talking a bit more about Pokemon Pocket, our update to our journey, and Pokemon Trainer Mike is going to do us a solid and go through the manga.
It's next
where
week.
He's up to now.
It's next week actually. The card show. It's next week.
Oh, that's great. Can't wait to get into all of these topics in detail and about your Pokemon gaming streams, right? That have successfully fully launched now.
Yeah,
it's been awesome to be there, especially when we did Pokemon Unite. That was great. That was awesome.
I think you're mistaken. I don't think we've recently played Pokemon Unite.
I remember vividly.
No, we're currently playing through Pokemon Legends Arceus. That's what we've been playing.
Right, but it was the live pop-up one that you did randomly when you had some time to go and you also wanted to see if members would come on, and we just randomly played Pokemon Unite. It was literally 2 days ago.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was on Tuesday.
You're a cheeky Jespin.
And that was it. Straight up. Any members want to do some Unite?
You just settled down, you.
Yeah.
Shut up, man. Future Brad's being silly. Oh, God. Bobby, you don't use that. And, yes, so Where do we? I've just knocked my microphone and all the excitement.
Brad's souvenir shorts.
Bobby Lock-in. All right, so the pre-release. Let's talk about the pre-release. How fun.
All right.
How fun. So if you haven't seen it yet, right, on the channel, there's a vlog. It's about 5 minutes.
It'll be linked below.
It is linked there on YouTube. All right, and if you're listening elsewhere, come and watch it, right? It's 5 minutes of your time, 5 or 6 minutes of your time. And it's a vlog of the whole event, what we pulled, what we did. Because, I mean, as of right now, we're talking to you right now, and you listen to this, we would have opened up lots of Destined Rivals on the channel. But at this, you know, we're talking about the pre-release.
Then last week, that pull.
Wild,
I can't believe you pulled that.
I can't believe I got the Mewtwo. Right, stop it, because it's going to get confusing, right? I mean, do you remember talking about that?
I didn't say anything.
I'll be like,
I just said that was epic pull, and then you went for the Mewtwo.
The biggest card in it. Anyway, the pre-release was wonderful.
Like, did I miss a stream? I missed out on Pokemon Unite as well, huh? When did this
Welcome back to reality, Bradley. Yeah. Welcome back, mate. So anyway, pre-release was wonderful. It was me third one at Geeky Yams, which is a wonderful shop, by the way, over in the northeast. And PTM won all 3 games and took second place out of 16 people. Oh,
and I've got to be honest, and this is not a bias. A BIOS.
Computer. What we're
this isn't a bias. This is not a biased take, but the video was actually really good. So if you haven't watched the vlog yet, just give it a watch. It's so chill and fun to watch. It really is. You do a good job with that. You really do. So looking forward to seeing next one as well.
Thank you.
I mean, you only posted another one like 2 days ago, right? So that was great.
That was
great.
Stop.
No, that was great. That was great.
Stop
I really like that one.
You're getting out of hand, mate. You have a go pin and settle down.
You started it.
Mate, I did 3. You've done 55, right? So we're not level anymore. You just settle down, right? Have a go, Ben. I'll keep going. All right. Anyway, pre-release was wonderful. Destined Rivals, wonderful set. Go check the video. I'd appreciate any love or comments on it. Even if you listen, go have a watch on YouTube. It's good fun. So that was great fun, and I'm going to try and win the next one. To be fair, I want to be really clear, and this is not me just being like humbled and stuff. I was just very lucky. Like, my first pairing was a lovely lady called Pippa. She was purely there to support her boyfriend, right? She'd never played the TCG.
She never played. I remember you saying that, yeah.
So I was very lucky there, but it was nice to do it slow motion with that and play it in that. Second person just got really lucky and made a couple of mistakes. So I was really lucky. He was unlucky. He made a couple of mistakes, which didn't end well for him. And the last person was just luck again. He just couldn't evolve his Pokemon and ended up just chipping away. So I was just
that
very
was the
lucky.
person who had been playing TCG since Heart Gold and Soul Silver, right?
Yeah. Rose they're called, and so that was that. So Destined Rivals is awesome fun. Now, Bradley, we need to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2.
We do.
Good lord. So we talked about. So there's a couple of points here, right? We touched on that the Nintendo Switch 2 was going to give some love, some new updates, some existing games that are on the Switch 1, Mario Odyssey, Mario Bowser's Fury, the 2 Legends of Zelda. We talked about this in a previous episode, right? You'll all remember it. Now, Bradley gave a wonderful hot take, right? So we got confirmed that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are going to get that treatment on the release of the Nintendo Switch 2.
Day one. Yeah, day one.
Day one. There will be an update that will allow Switch 2 users who will play in that game to have an update of some sort. Now, Bradley's original OG take was an increase to fidelity and various other things, right?
Yeah, so we had that there would be increased like draw distance potentially. There would be the one that I was very sure of or was hopeful of is more Pokemon. Like, it's going to seem a lot more alive because they had to reduce the amount of sort of assets that were loading up, right? Which include Pokemon. That's why Arceus Legends for me, I didn't like it so much because of how barren it felt. It didn't feel like an alive Pokemon universe, which was a bit sad for me. And so I thought that the toggles that they would put on are just the toggles that we had already seen them take off, which was draw distance, shaders, assets, like more Pokemon, for example, and just quality. Like there were some quality levers like that were lowered as well. So those were the things, and I was like, I am so sure that because I'm so hopeful, not because I'm certain, but like they're going to increase draw distance, and most importantly, they're going to increase asset loading. So you're going to see, you're not going to get that annoying pop in, where it just pops in things randomly, and you can have more around you. It's going to feel more alive. That's what I thought.
And what a take that was. So Nintendo pushed out an article late last week detailing all the games that were going to get this update. So let me fly.
I can't wait for this.
Let me fly.
I don't know this. I saw one picture, and I just honestly, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm just gonna be very careful here on what I'm.
There's
watching.
2 pictures as well, right? You've only seen one, haven't you? You've only seen one, haven't you?
Yeah, I've only seen this one, and you'll see me messaging PTM here going, Michael, question mark, oh my god, and it just looks incredible. Like, it's not even just the Pokemon, it's the shades of grass are also like the detail of everything, the shadows, the lighting, everything has been. It's not just a couple of things. The whole game
looks
has just got an
overhaul, right?
Sorry.
No, I'm excited too. No, I'm very excited too. So the games that are going to get this update on day one is 51 worldwide games, ARMS, Big Brain Academy, Toad's Treasure Tracker. I want to be really clear on some of these points. Some of them are getting more love than others, right? But can I just talk over what Captain Toad's is? Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. If you never played Captain Toad, I've never, but it looked amazing. Game. Very great, cool looking game, right?
Yeah, great game. Really cool puzzle, like kind of cubish world game. It reminded me of Bro World. It was really good. It was really good.
It was really good, right? So this is the points that Captain Toad. I just want to iron this one out first, right? So visuals, optimized for the Nintendo Switch 2 display and high resolution TVs for improved image quality, HDR support, and then sort of a game share support where you can like share the whole, that whole big thing, right? But HDR support as well. Game Builder Garage, Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. Now, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Okay.
Visuals, optimize for the Nintendo Switch 2 display and high resolution TVs for improved image quality. We'll break it down in a second.
So we're talking about that. We're talking about 4K here. So like before, it would be locked at 720, maybe 1080 if you're lucky, depending on how laggy it was and stuff. 4K. This is now potentially.
And the last one, frame rate improved for smoother movement on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, I really want to hear your take on this, right? So visuals, optimized for the Nintendo Switch 2 display, which I'm assuming is in handheld mode, reading that, and high-resolution TVs for improved image quality. Is that saying, I've got an LG TV behind me that's like Dolby Vision, 4K, blah, 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 all that. Is that saying it's going to use Nintendo Switch 2's technology, to your point, upscale that to look like native 4K? Is that what that's saying? I know I'm really throwing it out there, going on purely something that doesn't mention 4K, but is that high resolution TV? Sounds like if I'm looking at 20, I forgot what 4K's resolution is. It's 2140 or something, isn't it? 2140p.
No, 4K is 3440 by 2160, right?
I beg your pardon,
or something like that.
So I see high resolution TVs. That's what I'm hearing. Like that's what I'm hearing it say.
Okay, so my take on it would have been right. So there's one thing we got to think about, and in terms of things to be upscaled, because some of these new games, especially Pokemon ZA. Oh, sorry, Pokemon. Pokemon Legends
ZA.
Is getting that. Clearly is being given the DLSS kind of upscaling 4K such.
Yep.
It all depends if it's using the same engine or similar asset engine like previous games. If it is, then the previous games will probably have everything that they need to get upscaled to 4K and have all of the extra bells and whistles that is in here. It all depends on development, what architecture and stuff was used and how they developed and what engine was used as well, most importantly. The thing that gives me hope is they're very vague here, right?
They
so they don't give us very much.
No, they don't.
But when it says things like improved frame rate, that mixed with higher TV resolutions, but the biggest one is HDR, right? HDR support
doesn't mention that though. Not for Pokemon.
It doesn't. I thought you said it did.
HDR was just for the Toad one and Mario Odyssey and
Mario Odyssey. Okay, so well, then maybe I'll take that off. But if you've got higher frame rates and if you've got better or better quality to match the TV sort of thing, I mean, I hope so. They're very vague. There's not enough. There's not very much information. No, but we need you can see on all the other games, it's been the same. It's been very vague information. Just improve this, improve that sort of thing. I hope so.
Me too,
I mean, the fact that they showed those two pictures gives me great hope because you can already see very clearly there more assets are being loaded, more quality on everything here. Like, it looks very wild. Clearly,
it looks wild.
Like it's not even just like passive. Like these are actual things, like actual Pokemon that you are going to be able to run into. So they're not just fake assets; they're real. And you've got the new shadows there. You've got.
I mean, can you see how many different Pokemon are on the screen? Like in image one, there's like 1 or 2, and then the other one there's like 8,
3 maybe, and there's like 1, 2, 3. You got 3 Tauros right there. You've got a Skiploom. You've got another Tauros back there. You've got many in the background.
I'll put the pictures up for those that are watching on YouTube. I'll put the images on screen so you can see what we're referring to. I have lots of hope that it's gonna look gorgeous. I do.
For me, the most important thing is I want to have a consistent frame rate. I don't even care if it's just 30 FPS, to be very clear. I just need it to be locked. I just need it to be that.
I'm with you.
And I will play that. I will love that game.
It's going to be wonderful. I genuinely think it's going to look smooth as anything. But what they need to do, to your point, because it's very vague, we need to see a video. Even if it's like 20 seconds of them showing what some of these improvements and enhancement look for some of these games, they need to do it because then we understand what we're playing with. But your point...
What about Pokemon Sword and Shield? Is that getting anything? Do we know? No, it's too old, right? I guess maybe. But...
don't, because if that got love, Legends Arceus got love, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee got that kind of stuff, I'd probably cry. I mean, who knows, mate?
I wonder.
They might imagine
though. I wonder if it works, because if they're just using the Nintendo Switch 2's innate stuff here, it could apply to everything.
Well, this is me.
They just need to flip a switch, right? Like maybe they'll do more in the future, like.
I can't remember if it was Doug Bowser or it was the CEO or somebody who said, we want to make sure that the Nintendo Switch 1 is still, or games are still usable / accessible, is what his point was. So imagine this is just, imagine if this is just the first wave, and then they start throwing the love
wave
out
2, wave 3.
to more games. Can you imagine if Pokemon Sword and Shield gets HDR love like Scarlet Violet does? I mean, to be fair,
just consistent frame rate would be amazing to go out when we're doing raids and stuff, and just and even more alive world, and oh my word, that would be incredible.
I'd have to restart my Legends Arceus file that I've been playing through on these gaming streams.
But yeah. Which have been great, by the way. I've locked in on those streams.
Thank you,
yeah, no problem. Hey, always. But yeah, that's the thing that really stopped me from I've got all the games downstairs. I have them all. But it really stopped me from being able to enjoy them because it's the lag. It breaks the immersion. Plus the fact that you just don't see any Pokemon because it's not Pokemon's fault. It's just the hardware, and so imagine if we get into the Nintendo Switch 2 and we get because there won't be lag. If you can slot, you said they're compatible, right? They're cross-compatible. Even if, all right, let me just tell you right now, I'm
getting so excited here,
even if we don't get any visual improvements, you will get a consistently massive upgrade to performance because the game cartridge is loading a game. It's not loading frames per second. And if you've got better hardware running that game...
Well, that's what I thought,
you'll have 0 frame rate issues.
If they're
saying an increase, if they're saying Scarlet and Violet is getting a frame rate increase,
is it a patch?
It could be 60 FPS.
Are these patches?
It could be 60.
Free updates, or it is going to be a pushed update. Free updates to enhance the gameplay experience on Nintendo Switch 2 were released for selected Nintendo Switch games. By connecting your Nintendo Switch 2 to the internet and performing a system update, you can download free updates for selected games that may improve graphics or add support for features such as game share. The contents of these free updates differ depending on the game. Please see below.
Yeah, it's very. They have to keep it vague, and even in that, they were keeping it vague. In this, but regardless, if I put Sword and Shield into a Switch 2,
I'll test it.
Will not lag.
I'll have it on day. It won't. Do you know what? So I got the Mario Kart bundle, right? And I'm very excited to play 4K 60 FPS Mario Kart. Very excited. But I'm more excited now to play Pokemon Scarlet Violet and just see what that gameplay looks like. Because if that is what it sounds like, I'm going to literally have tears of joy. Like, it's going to be our first dip into 4K type native, maybe 4K Pokemon. But I can't. Like, and then to a point...
4K, 60 FPS. And
if they start going... Like, I know... What's the forest? You might not know, because I don't think this is how far you went, but there's a forest in the game in Scarlet Violet called... People have named it Lagtree Forest or something like that, because you'd walk in and it was horrific. It really was. It was so slow. And
then you're going to go back there, are you? Straight away.
Walk through it and just not have any problems. I'm so hyped. Like, we'll have to see. And
to be very clear, the generational difference between the hardware that is in the Switch versus the Switch 2 is monumental. Like, the performance uplift is going to be ridiculous on the Switch 2. Ridiculous.
I'm so excited, mate. And then can you imagine it does? Pokemon Sword and Shield, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Getting these updates. I mean, to be fair, they was like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was smooth as butter. I don't think I had any problems on that. But
I had no problem with Brilliant Diamonds. I had no problems. I haven't had any problems with that.
But imagine them getting like an HDR love or something like that. Oh my god, Legends Arceus.
I think you know I called something last time. I think you're onto something with the waves.
Do you think they're gonna go through?
I think they take the cloak. No, that's not gonna happen.
Why?
I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen.
Why? Go on.
Because of its compatibility thing. So it has to be able to be cross-played on like Android devices and stuff. So they can't optimize a
console.
Specific experience, and because of how large the range needs to be for this game. To cater to the slower mobiles and the faster ones, they can't. They won't be allowed to.
That's a shame. That would be a shame.
I mean, maybe you'll get better quality though. So but you know, it would depend on if they wanted on a free game.
I'll tell you what, right? On Nintendo Switch 2 launch day, I will come back to this podcast after the day that comes out, and I will go through every single one of the Pokemon games, and I will do it on the Switch 1. I'll do the Switch 1 first and do an experience, and I will do Switch 2, and I will tell you if it's had any sort of visual improvement. Lock in.
And
I'll happily be paid for that.
And happily. You know what? And that podcast, right, we won't be pretending, right? You know, it won't be 3 weeks ago that we'd have done that podcast, and we had to somehow pretend we know what happened, right? Did you see Scarlet and Violet? I sure did.
What do you mean? We don't do that.
No, we do not. We do not. But no, I can't wait. I can't wait. You know, because then it just unlocks everything, doesn't it? If
and
they
the
do
future
that.
ahead of everything that comes now. Like when Legends of Year finally drops, Generation 10 gets announced in Pokemon Day next year. In 4K.
What do you think is... Sorry, but what do you think Generation 10 is going to be? Do you think we're continuing a story, or do you think it's a completely new...
100% a completely new adventure. 100%.
And do you think they're going to keep to the... I mean, do you not... Well, here's the question. Do you think there'll be DLC for Pokemon ZA where it expands from Lumia City?
I think there will be DLC. No, I don't. I think they'll give you a free update that'll increase something that's happening in the game. But I don't think it'll have DLC outside the city. No, I do not. I hope so, but no, I do not. Generation 10, though, I think they're going to do something wild. Like, they will just go... Like, they've been in development for ages on the Nintendo Switch 2. I think they'll make worth... I bet you'll be, like, in Pokemon Oras and Omega Ruby Sapphire.
Oh, stop.
You can soar on Latios and Latias, where you physically fly on them and you fly around Hoenn. I reckon that'll be a massive thing in this game. I reckon with the hardware, we will be flying on Pokemon around, whether it's an island or areas. I reckon they'll be surfing and underwater stuff as well. I think they'll go all out to show you how impressive Pokemon can be on a 4K compatible device. I think it's going to look spectacular. I genuinely do. I can already see the announcement trailer and me tears of overwhelming happiness. I can already see it. It's going to be insane. That's my bold prediction anyway. Actually, to be fair, there's a lot of rumours going around. Alleged.
Oh, Gale and whatever the other one was called.
No,
right?
Not a leak or anything. It's purely hearsay rumours. If it's all. But they have some huge idea that it's going to be based off the Greek islands, I think it is. No gyms, but it's based kind of like Aloha is, so you go to multiple different... But listen, if that's true, that'll look incredible. But I generally, regardless of that one side...
It makes logical sense because we haven't been to Greece, right? No. And I mean, a lot of the Pokemon games are based off of... But you know what I think it's going to be? I think it's going to be a continuation of Oras. We're soaring on Latias. We're diving with Wailmer and Kyogre. Like, we're in Oras.
Can you imagine that?
Wingull's carrying us everywhere. I'm going
to just put this here. Please. Hold on. Can you imagine a 4K 60 FPS adventure in Hoenn? Pokemon Legends Celebi. Celebi, that's Johto. Pokemon Legends Jirachi. Pokemon Legends Ruby. Pokemon Legends Sapphire. Can you imagine? Let me just work out the releases.
It'll be no. What about this? Wait. You spoke about Jirachi for a second and just threw me off somewhere else. What if we get a continuation of Colosseum?
I mean, we are getting the HD'd uplifted ones on the game store. I mean.
Okay, and here's my last big take. So here's my take for 10. So here's my genuine take.
Go on.
Well, there's just a lot of multiverse stuff. There's a lot of like Pokemon X this, Pokemon X that coming out and around the corner. What if there's a Paradox Rift, pardon the pun, and you have to go through multiple, or it's like a timeline rift where you have to, like Professor Oak had to do something with Pikachu and stuff. Oh, no, it was Celebi and Pikachu making sure that Ash. What if we did something along those lines where we have to like defeat the sort of evil corporations around in the different times, and so you enter different towns from different regions and stuff. I know it sounds a bit complex and stuff, but I mean the enemies of Team Galactic and all these different enemies, villain organizations, right? They all have these grandiose things. I mean, wasn't there like meant to be some sort of massive beam in Lumia City or something that was going to completely wipe out the universe? So I don't think it's too far fetched.
I mean, Bradley, what you're describing happened in post-game of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So I'm going to give you a bit of a spot. Can I do a spoiler now? Because we're really into it. Okay, right. So in post-game of Pokemon Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, right, you're in the Aether Foundation, which is the main hub of where they're not evil, but where Lucamine and stuff happens, right? Suddenly a rift opens behind, right? And then Giovanni and multiple Team Rocket grunts enter the scene. So this is Rainbow Rocket. Right. So they've got the orbits all colourful and everything, right? And they proceed to take over that Aether Paradise. Now, as part of that rift, though, depending on which game version, they bring fellow enemy leaders. So in Ultra Sun, and I'm really sorry if I've got this wrong, but like the likes of Archie and Maxi from Ruby and Sapphire were there. You could battle them. Gethys from Black and White. Giovanni you could obviously battle. I'm trying to scratch my head. Basically, up until
I need to play these games, Michael.
Cyrus, of course, and each one of them, the way it was described is the leader won in their particular universe. So Giovanni has Mega Mewtwo in a Master Ball, so he's won and he's Captain Mewtwo and he beat Red.
What?
In Maxie and Archie won, so they have Groudon and Kyogre. Cyrus has won. He's got Dialga and Palkia. And it goes on, mate. Honestly, it's mental. It's mental. I don't know what they were thinking. They just went, look, we're talking about ultra wormholes. That's just throwing all these baddies. So yeah, mate, it's mental. How cool is that? I know it wasn't exactly what you were talking about and stop him, but
no. That is incredible.
Wow! I remember when they first showed the trailer for this. It was
could you answer me a question? So, Pokemon Sun and Moon is not Pokemon. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon are Pokemon Sun and Moon, or could you explain that to me?
It's like an enhanced version. So it was Sun and Moon, and then there was an alternative ones of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, where it was just different. I don't think it was different timelines in terms it was like 2 years ahead or anything like that. I can't remember at the top of my head.
So were they the same game or not?
Games. So it was the same
so this
locations.
Was like a black and white
kind of, yes. It was the same region, various changes, different Pokemon appear, etc., and then they had this whole cool post game.
And it's a different story, is it, or is it a similar story?
Towards the back end, it's different, yeah, because it's about Necrozma. This one, so Necrozma fuses with Solgaleo and Lunala to make like this other form, basically. You can literally ride Solgaleo through all the wormholes, like this huge like mini gate. Excuse me, to get through. You get to the end of it, you go through another wormhole, and you're at like either a cave or a cliffside, and you can find legendary Pokemon and various other things. Yeah, man, it was wild.
I need to play this. Like I played Sun. I think it was just Sun. I played Sun for about 4 hours, probably. It was a long tutorial. I remember that.
That is a long tutorial. I don't disagree. It's a long tutorial.
And that reminds me of the tutorial in Scarlet and Violet, I think it was. That felt like a long old cave. But it was nice because there was a Houndour, I think, and that made me
Houndour and
smile.
Houndoom.
Yeah, made me smile quite a lot. So it's some of my favorite. But like, this is crazy. I don't like. I'm playing through Oras right now. And I am having the best time in the world. And I am stopping myself because we're going to continue, right? The Brilliant Diamond and
Shining
Pearl.
10 episodes, guys.
And it was a long time ago. But we will be continuing that because we're going to finish off Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl together before we move on, or backwards, however you look at it, to Oras, because that is the thing that Pokemon Trainer Mike and I will love to talk about. And I mean, but I just could talk. Honestly,
it's so good, isn't it?
You're like a treasure trove, and I've just realized I could ask you questions, and we could just dive into the lore of Pokemon.
Let's do it, man. I love it.
One Pokemon Master teaches another, like the lore of just the lore of Pokemon Sun explained from one Pokemon Master to another. And then like we could just do
story time.
Hour. I could sit here and ask questions and listen to you talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon and all the. We could go from the start, like where I've left off, and you could just. I would listen to you talk about this forever. It was that was so captivating.
Honestly, and they even updated the OST, so the battle themes that you about them. They're like enhanced, upscaled, beautiful versions of like Maxie's theme and Archie's theme from Ruby and Sapphire. Made it sick, man. And the Team Rocket grunts, and I can hear it in my head. It's amazing. It's so good. What I was trying to get to anyway before we went on that amazing ultra wormhole.
It was amazing.
That was wonderful.
I see what you did there.
I was trying to get to, indeed. I was trying to say what we could predict the next remaster would be, because you mentioned Pokemon Coliseum. So like if we look,
that's too hopeful for me.
So Red and Blue and Yellow have had Fire Red and Leaf Green and Let's Go Pikachu. Yep.
Yeah, they won't be touched.
Gold and Silver and Crystal had Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but that was like 12 plus years ago, right? And that hasn't had any more love, to be fair. We haven't had any Johto love. Ruby and Sapphire had Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Sinnoh's done. Sinnoh will be done for years now. Years.
Yeah.
Black and White.
That's what I think.
Well, it got the DLC in Scott. Well, the DLC in Scarlet Violet was based in Unova. It was a whole Academy based, and it was all OST and stuff. But it does need its own remaster, so perhaps, who knows?
But would they do that after ZA?
It seems that we're going backwards if we do that.
Yeah.
So
right.
So to your point, Kalos is getting Legends ZA this year, and then the next one's Aloha. So what do they do? To me, I think Johto's going to get some love at some point, in my humble opinion. Like, why wouldn't it? Like, everything's had... That was purely the DS. Heart Gold, Soul Silver got love. Oras, as much as I want it to be, was on the 3DS.
3DS, yeah, and it included Megas, right?
Massive introduction.
If they're going to go backwards, they can't just go to Black and White either. As much as that probably does earn itself a remaster because of how close it was to ZA, it wouldn't make sense unless there was some sort of canonical thing that they could maybe... I don't know what they would do, but to your point, it makes very much sense to me. It's long enough in the past and also well received enough for Heart Gold and Soul Silver to get a full Nintendo Switch 2 remaster of some description.
That was genuinely, Heart Gold Soul Silver was one of the best Pokemon remakes they have done. It was absolutely spectacular. Taking away the lag that we had with damaging abilities, so you'd attack.
Oh, yeah.
And it would still...
You do close combat to Blissey, and then you can just go out to the gym for like 30 minutes, right?
Exactly, yeah. Other than that, it was just so much fuzzy love that they give to it. It was amazing. So, but mate, I'm not knocking if Oras, because we have to bear in mind that... Because Legends ZA, Pokemon X and Y came out, and Oras came in the same bubble of time, because Oras came in and introduced new megas off the back of X and Y, and then that was stopped and went into Sun and Moon, right? What's to say the DLC?
What about... Sorry.
I was going to say, what happens if in here we get some Hoenn nods, some Hoenn trainers, or the DLC brings some Hoenn people in, or something related to that, perhaps? I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
What about Pokemon Sword and Shield?
It's too soon, man.
How long ago was Sword and Shield?
Like, for 5 years ish, give or take. It was just before COVID happened.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a bit too soon.
Too soon. Could switch.
And X and Y, you can kind of see that it's
we'll
moving on.
Yeah, we'll not get an authentic Pokemon X and Y experience. Either not now, or it's either not going to happen, or it'll not be for many years to come. But I think that might be what they're doing. Like when they did when Sinnoh happened, and we're like, right, Sinnoh's going to get some love. You can have an authentic OG experience of Sinnoh in its pure chibi form.
Yeah.
Or we can go do Legends Arceus, which is a completely new story based in ancient times on Sinnoh, which was a massive leap to try, right? But everyone loved it.
Yeah.
It went down wonderfully. And if they're not going to do authentic game remasters like they have done, and they're going to do new flips on and different ways to how to tell the story, or to adapt and evolve the story, whether it be present or future, I'm locked in. Look, I would do either. I mean, you could literally give me any Pokemon game and I'd play it. But if you've got an authentic experience, or they can do something brand new, refreshing, out the box, like the Legend games, sign me up every day. Let's go do something we loved, build on it, and do something different. I'm completely in, man.
So I've got two other avenues, right? The first avenue is they haven't done a game like Pokemon Colosseum or XD Gale of Darkness for a long time. So a more grittier... Oh, you got something on that. What have you got?
So it wasn't actually the Pokemon company that did that game, though.
I know, they outsourced, they allowed...
What was it
and
again?
That's what I'm saying.
Genius Sonority, I think the department was called. But anyway, to your point, I mean...
They haven't done something like that.
Have they?
And maybe Maybe we need something a bit grittier or something like that. Another part of me thinks, so the other avenue is, why does it have to be a Pokemon like gen game that needs to be remade or remastered? Look at Pokemon Snap. So that got remade.
That was beautiful.
So I think it's time for Pokemon Channel to finally
take its rightful place. It was the Jirachi comment earlier, and I was like, he's thinking Channel. I don't know what it was. Yeah. Can you imagine, though?
I would not live life. That's where I would just sit playing Pokemon Channel. That was my jam. I loved it.
I don't think they'll fully remaster Colosseum NXT, given they're going to give it HD remasters, uplifts, new fit coat of paint. I mean, look, I will happily be wrong. You know how much I adore those games.
I just love the gritty. I like the grittiness.
We don't know what
they can't. Go on.
We don't know what Legends Arceus is going to be about yet, though. We've seen very minimal.
I want there to be an underground, and I want there to be level. I want there to be a level things. Like the organization has this massive like tunnel to a different area. Everyone's worried it's all about Lumiose, but actually what you find is a good chunk of it's there, but actually we go somewhere else. I would just love it. I'd love it if they're playing it close to their chest and there's something else happening, and because it's all about construction, it's all about this, it's all about, and it feels like they could do something incredible here. They could really take it to the next level.
100%. I will put it down here that we will get new information on Pokemon Legends Arceus in June. They'll let the Switch 2 happen and let that come out, so it'll either happen before. Maybe it'll happen before.
You mean later this month?
Sorry, it might already be out, right? So I think this month we will have new information on Pokemon Legends Arceus. It might even already be out. But I think it'll be start of June. Going off previous release and advertising and marketing schedules, it's normally June. We get some more information. So June will be a big one. June's normally quite a chunky, meaty. I reckon, I'm saying it now, June's trailer will happen and they will showcase a brand new Mega Evolution. Calling it now. We were going to see a new Mega Pokemon. Watch this space. Watch this space. It's happening. New Mega.
Wow.
And you might have already seen it.
Well,
mate,
that was a lovely conversation about look, we just went into Pokemon lore. We went into our theory crafting, our hype, our hopes, and our dreams. And before we finish things up, have you got a Pokemon influencer or content creator that you wanted to shout out today?
We do indeed. So for this week's content creator, we're going to shout out Ellie TCG, who's over on Instagram. Ellie is wonderful, very lovely lady who I've had the pleasure of meeting a couple of times. Constant Pokemon content, TCG content over on Instagram, and just is a very, very, very lovely person. So I'll drop the Instagram tag in the description below. Go drop her a follow, give her some love. She's genuinely lovely and loves all things Pokemon. You can't go wrong. So shout Ellie. Thank you, Ellie. Mate, that was wild. That was really wild. That was just rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole. That was just.
It felt like we weren't on we were a runaway train that finally got back on track after going a little crazy for about 15 minutes, and then we got back. Yeah, I love it.
The best type. So let us know. I tell you what, there's our question today. Let us know in the comment section below, what Pokemon game do you think is going to get the remaster treatment after Pokemon Legends Arceus? You've heard our take. What's yours? And with that, everyone, that's bringing us towards the end. So if you have enjoyed today's podcast, as I'm sure you would have, right? Because you've listened all the way to this point, right? If you are watching us on YouTube, please smash that like button, drop us a comment. You know it helps the algorithm. I say it every episode. And if you are listening on some of our other platforms and other devices, please listen, review, all that good stuff. Rate is a big one on some of the other ones, like Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, etc. It all goes massively. So any review, anything you can give us just helps the algorithm push us where we want to be. All right? So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And with that, Bradley, do you have anything else to say to the Babas?
I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, we'll love a pause. We'll love a pause. And with that, everyone, thank you for watching and listening, as you always do. And we will see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's wild.